in a nice cross-legged seated position, nice tall spine. We're just going to bow the head gently, keeping a nice length down the back of the neck, tucking the chin slightly, hands on the knees, maybe closing your eyes, arriving in your practice. We're just going to take a few nice deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And again, breathing in, out through the mouth. One more time, nice breath in. Really letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Okay, so we're just going to start by gently moving the head, just circling into the head and the neck. Listen to all the cracks and the pops. And then back in the opposite direction. And coming back to drop one hand to the side. The other arm's going to reach all the way over, coming into a side stretch. So make sure the sit bones are rooting down into the mat, stretching across to one side. We're going to start to circle the arm that's raised, working into the shoulder. And then bringing that hand down to the opposite side, stretching across to the other side. Again, make sure the sit bone's still firmly down on the mat. They're not lifting. Heart shines to the ceiling. And then we're going to circle into the arm this time. And coming all the way back to centre, bringing the hands to the knees. We're just going to start to bring the chest over the thighs, bringing some circles into the waist. So working through the sides of the body. Lovely practice to start your day off, just to wake the body up in the morning. And then taking it back in the opposite direction. And feel this in the lower back, through the sides. And back to centre. We're just going to come to standing on the tiptoes. So just tucking the toes under, lifting the heels off the floor. We're going to keep the fingertips on the ground. So we're just stretching through the soles of the feet, letting the blood flow through the feet. So maybe just lifting the toes, just making sure that the feet are not becoming stiff. It's often a part of the body that's forgotten. And then dropping the knees to the mat. Again, stretching through the front of the thighs. Still stretching through the feet. The feet are still tucked. Toes are still tucked. We're going to bring the fingertips to the floor. And still stretching through the front of the thighs. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll come all the way back through to centre. Come into a standing position. So just bring the big toes together, slight gap between the heels. Find that nice Tadasana mountain pose. Arms by the sides, palms facing forward. Engaging through the quads. Nice length down the spine. As you breathe in, take the arms all the way up, palms together. Looking up towards the thumbs. Exhale as we float down. Bringing the fingertips towards the floor. Relaxing the chest down towards the thighs. Releasing the head and the neck. Inhale, lifts you up halfway, flat back. Exhale to fall back down. Lovely, nice bend to the knees for our forward fold. And again, we're just going to roll all the way back to standing. Taking the arms up, palms together, maybe coming into a slight back bend. Press the hands together, Push the hips forward, looking up towards the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart centre. We're just going to start with some leg lifts. So keep the right foot down on the floor, hands are coming to the waist. We're just going to keep that left leg straight and lift and lower. Upper body's nice and still. The movement's just coming from the outside of the glutes. You might want to hold onto a wall, which is totally fine, just to keep your balance. Use whatever you can, any props. Just keeping that foot flexed on the left leg. Movement again is just coming from the outside of the butt cheek. And then we're going to start to bend the knee slightly, start to circle into the hip. May hear some pops and some cracks. Oops, might wobble a little bit. This time we're going to bend into the knee, squeeze the foot towards the bum, and then grab hold of the outside of that left foot. Squeeze the thighs together. Push the hips slightly forward. Maybe coming into a dancer position. So take the right arm out in front. Start to lean forward. Maybe take that leg away. Coming into your dancer. Stay focused. Look at something that's in front of you that's not moving. Exhale, bring it back through to centre. Hug that left knee in towards the chest. I'm going to keep hold of the left knee with the right hand and twist open to the left. Again, remember that nice length and lift going through the centre of the body. Nice line of energy. Exhale, bring the hands back to centre. Step that left foot back. We'll come into a warrior one. So just adjust your feet. Inhale as you take the arms up to your warrior one. Nice bend to the front knee. I'm going to move through some humble warrior. So take the arms, swing the arms down. Right shoulder comes to right knee. Squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, we'll come back down. 2 more. Breathing in as you come up. Exhale as you come back down. Right shoulder to right knee. Again, breathing in. Find some fluidity. Exhale as you come back down. Then we're going to drop the left hand to the mat. Twist to the right with the right arm. Exhale, this time right hand comes down inside that right foot. Press the right elbow into the right knee, right elbow, right knee, and twist open to the left with the left arm. Bit of a deep stretch on the thighs. If that's too much, you can come up to this position. Deep stretch for the hips. Exhale, bring that left hand back down and spin the left toes forward. Drop that left knee. Come into a lizard position. So the right foot's going to come to the corner edge of the mat. Both hands are inside that right foot. Lifting the chest. Maybe slightly moving from side to side. Doing whatever feels good for you. Opening up through the hips. Heart shines forward. Move the right hand to the opposite side of the right foot. Frame that right foot. We're going to move through Ardha Hanuman. So just bringing the foot up, stretching through the back of the leg. Just keeping that moving. Foot comes flat to the floor. Then we lift the foot onto the heel, stretching through the back of the right leg. Just a couple more times. Lovely. Bring that foot back to the floor. Frame the right foot with the hands. Tuck the left toes under. Lift that left knee. Step it back to a plank position. Going straight back to downward dog. So take the hips up and back. We're in your downward dog. Just take a couple of breaths. Nice breath in through the nose. Sighing it out through the mouth. One more time. Look forward, bend the knees, walk the feet back up to the top. Inhale, we're rolling all the way back to standing. Going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so the left foot plants down into the floor. Hands at heart centre, hands at the hips, whichever one feels best. Lifting and lowering that right leg. Again, movement's just coming from the outside of the glutes. Try and keep your balance. Don't worry if you're wobbling. Everyone wobbles. Bending slightly into the knee. Circles out to the side through the hip. Some days you're more wobbly than others. But don't worry. No one is perfect. As I said. Okay, so this time we're going to grab hold of the outside of that right foot. Find your balance again. Squeeze the thighs together and slightly push the hips forward so you've not got tilt on the hips. Lovely. This time we're going to bring the foot forward, grabbing hold with the left hand, twisting open to the right. Again, remember that line of energy running through the centre. Keep lifting up from the crown of the head. Bring the right hand back in, stepping the right foot back, coming to your warrior one on this side. Adjust your feet, breathing in as you lift the arms up. Nice bend to that left knee. Exhale, we flow down into humble warrior, lifting the arms behind. Breathing in as you come up. Tap into your ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. That slight restriction at the back of the throat. And 2 more. I've lost count. Again, breathing in as you come up. Exhale to lower. Dropping the right hand to the floor, twisting across to the left. Keep breathing. Exhale, left hand comes down inside that left leg. Press the arm into the leg, reaching up with the right arm. Exhale, taking the hands all the way down. We're going to frame the foot with the hands. Turn that right foot forward and drop the knee. That's lizard dismiss. So take the hands into the middle. Left foot comes across to the left side of the mat. Both hands are in the centre. Find your lizard position. I often forget a sequence. It's no problem. My memory's terrible. So hands are in the centre. We're just going to rock from side to side. One lesson, don't take yourself too seriously. So moving around in the lizard, heart shines forward. So moving into the hips, whatever feels good. Framing that left foot with the hands. And we're going to move through our Ardha Hanuman. Foot comes to the floor, stretching through the leg. Lifting the heel, again flowing through that position. Stiff legs today. And bringing that foot flat to the floor again, we're going to frame the left foot with the hands. Tuck the right toes under, lift that right leg. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Plank position, hips are low down, shoulders are over the wrists. Just going to rock backwards and forwards a couple of times. Squeeze the belly in. Sending it back up to your downward dog. Lovely. Stretching through the back of the hamstrings, through the sides of the body. Maybe swaying from side to side with the hips. Look forward, walk the feet back up to the top. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Slight bend to the knees. Exhale, we roll all the way back up to standing. Hands come to heart centre. And that is the end of today's practice. I hope you've enjoyed.